Welcome to Good Mythical, more than you bargained for.
Oh!
We're celebrating 40 years of friendship next week, and we just renewed our vows. I've never felt so renewed in our friendship as when I kissed Elvis.
I'm glad you did that for us.
I kissed him real hard by accident. Like I didn't just. For some reason, I grabbed his head.
Did you feel jaw? Did you feel teeth?
I could feel individual teeth on my lips through his cheek. I don't know why I was pushing so hard.
He's probably bleeding on the inside of his mouth right
I aggressively kissed Elvis.
Whoops.
Can you smell it on me? Can you smell Elvis?
Smell like Priscilla. I just love how I think he was so into it that. How far did he have to walk to get to? Where did you guys start him?
He was huffing and puffing.
Not as far as you would think.
I think that's part of the old Elvis impersonation.
Yeah,
he was very breathy.
It is. Yeah, Elvis is always catching his breath. Let's continue the celebration by giving Clara sporting that mythical merch out in the wild. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna give you $100 to mythical.com. Yes, we're up in the ante. $100.
I love it.
Of
BYMB. Words to live by.
mythical.com, so you can keep getting that merch.
Let's bring in some crew members to wrap up this summer, and we are going to invasively critique their official screen time. So this is, I guess your phone lets you, let's see, it gives you your daily average of how much time you spent on your phone, and then it gives you your most used apps, and then the amount of time total over the course of the week.
You can do daily average or weekly average as well. You can look at those.
And so all of you were willing to volunteer for this, so there was at least nothing that you were like, oh, I'm going to be really embarrassed about this. You feel like you're in the normal range, it feels like.
Davin refused to share his data with us.
Oh!
You think he's like this first person, daily average 6 hours, 10 minutes on your phone. You think Davin's like way above that?
I don't know what his reasons were.
It might be the apps that he uses. Okay.
I don't know if I'm in the average. I just feel like I've been here long enough that I don't care being embarrassed.
Okay, right.
Well, over 6 hours a day on your phone. The number one is Instagram. The number two is TikTok. Number three is Slack, which is work instant message. Then Facebook. Then Safari. Then YouTube. Then Messages.
So this is Instagram over TikTok. So how many total hours are we talking about on average?
7 hours, 14 minutes on Instagram. Almost 7 hours. 6 hours, 52 minutes on TikTok.
And that's in a week.
So that's in a week.
Because the average daily is 6 hours and 10 minutes.
That confused me.
But the data only goes through Thursday, Saturday to Sunday to Thursday here. So either they didn't get on their phone at all Friday or Saturday, or it's just, this is 5 days of data.
So who's into TikTok,
14 hours
but still into Instagram a little bit more?
Very even. And doesn't do anything else. It's only social media stuff.
They do nothing else.
It's like Instagram, TikTok, Slack, Facebook, Safari, YouTube, Messages, Twitter. It's like, this is just I'm not going to say basic, but I'm going to say this is like run-of-the-mill.
I think basic's okay.
Maybe this is somebody who's
claimed.
like, this is kind of like me, but mine would be Reddit, and there would be no Facebook. This is an older person.
Yep.
Who doesn't know that there are other apps that you can use on your phone, I think.
But younger than you?
Well, the oldest of the...
But TikTok up there too.
You think Carney's on TikTok at all?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why not? Why wouldn't he be?
He's got to see what's going on.
You think he's on Facebook 2 hours a week? You got to post those toddler photos.
Right.
I call it meta, but sure.
Yeah. He calls it meta.
I don't think anybody else will show up on Facebook because he's got to share the kid with the family.
Okay, I'm pretty confused. All right. Well, first of all, we're talking a pretty low daily average, 3 hours and 31 minutes. Okay,
And it went down. Well, yeah.
and this is 22% down from last week, but
What? Hey, and how many days was measured on the bar chart?
a week. Well,
7?
Friday. It looks like it was done on a Friday, so it was Sunday through this particular Friday.
Yep. Okay.
The thing that is striking, besides what I think is a pretty low screen time,
That's really low. Really
is
low.
the number one app by a long shot, 7 hours and 12 minutes, is something called Nanit.
Spell that?
Nanit. Nanit. Nanit?
Nanit? And does anyone know
Is
what
it
that is?
Is a knitting app?
I produce things we do, so I know what that is. So I think if you were to reveal what that was, it may tell you more than you should know.
It sounds like another word.
Yeah.
It does sound
Is
like another
this
word.
a camera that's on your baby? Like a nanny?
Carney's saying that it's work related. It's a work related app.
No, he's saying that he knows about it because of work.
Oh.
This person also spends an hour and a half on NYT games. That's pretty millennial.
New York Times.
Not. What is NYT?
Like,
Not
so like
your-
crossword puzzles?
Never.
No Instagram, no TikTok at all. We're Safari is after Nanit. We got Reddit, NYT games, messages, Slack, and YouTube.
NYT.
I think this is an app that Carney is looking at to check on the baby. Because they both work and they just leave the baby at home to fend for itself. And it's
Nanny.
cared for by a robot. now.
Nanny IT. It's spying on the nanny.
It is a robot.
Could it
Yep.
be a pet cam?
Oh.
Because I just know that Mitch has
for-
a dog. So
I do.
that-
A dog and a
Yeah, that's
And
true.
you are not-
That's true.
You're
That's
not
true.
on your phone. But you're not on your
do love
phone.
watching
You're in
my
front of
dog.
your
Yeah.
computer a lot. I think this is right. So
Yeah,
now we're
he is
back
on his
to
computer.
3 hours on your phone. So then, okay, so then
This is
the
Chase.
basic social media thing, we're going to come back to that.
This might be Chase.
give it
Instagram
a
and
Chase.
TikTok of equal parts. That feels pretty Chase.
Whoa!
Very, equal parts.
Daily average 10 hours, 15 minutes
Whoa!
on the phone.
Houston, we have. Well,
This person has a TikTok problem.
oh no! How bad is it?
Oh, in 5 days, 12 and a half hours on TikTok.
Oh wow, that's a lot of ticking.
And then Slack, 6 hours on Slack.
That's like you fell asleep with
somebody-
TikTok playing. The whole
Someone cutting their nails over there?
I broke a nail. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well,
I had to cut
if
it
you
off.
thought you were being discreet,
Katrina, we're doing a show over here, and you're.
She's doing it over food you're about to eat.
I'm over here. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah, you are. There is food that over there.
oh yeah, because I got to do a song for Link. I have to do the.
Bring that in so we don't get more nail clippings on.
Gross.
And you're doing it over your laptop. All your nails are going to get in the keyboard.
Guys, it was one little.
And now, yeah, look, and your nails are the same color as these sprinkles.
I
No.
have absolutely fed you my nails before. You shouldn't be this weirded out.
Yeah, I've eaten plenty.
Yeah,
of
but we
nails.
sold tickets to that, didn't we?
I was thinking of something different, but yeah.
A restaurant birthday song. I really think that there's probably a place that needs to just do it with HBD, HBD, HHBBD, HHBD.
Come on, guys, join in.
HB.
The manager's teaching you the song.
HBD, 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 HHBBD, HBD.
HBD.
Happy birthday day, Link.
Yep.
All right, there we go. So,
I hope it tastes
thank you.
It
What
doesn't
I'm going
like
to do
cake.
is I'm going to eat some from the middle where there's no chance of Katrina's DNA being in it.
sorry. I was in pain.
That's your HBD DNA.
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
Uh-huh.
NYT?
What?
NYT Games.
Nothing strange here other than so much TikTok.
Okay.
So much TikTok.
Who's on TikTok that much?
I really don't. I don't know. We're gonna have to move these around.
I mean, you know,
I've never seen. Let's see.
I haven't seen Hitch on.
Hitch has the watch though,
The TikTok.
and
watch.
that does that count? Does that count towards your screen time on your iPhone? The iPhone watch, the iWatch.
Well, what do you
so.
do on it?
That's what I'm asking. Can you do TikTok on your watch?
No.
No.
Of course not.
Google Maps over Gmail on that.
Ooh, Google
Long
Maps.
commute.
Yeah. Or Hitch looks lost around the office a lot.
Yeah, right. That's true.
Where you going, Hitch?
I
know where
I
I'm
think
going.
with
Not a lot of information here.
I think this might be Tally.
Oh.
You know, because I feel like when you're listening to something, you can also be watching something. You know what I'm saying?
What?
So as a sound person,
Okay.
I feel like
You think-
you're just. I mean, if I was a sound person, I would always be doing something else while I'm listening because you still got everything else. You got your eyes, and you gotta look at something.
So you think Tally's over there doing
might
her
be-
job, but watching TikTok
watching
on
TikTok while listening to us. Yep.
You're not
but on mute.
100% incorrect, actually. I do that actually a lot. Not necessarily TikTok, but like I always have to have something auditorial happening while I'm doing other things.
See?
Yeah, but when you're doing
Giving
your job,
silence. Oh, I'm not talking about my. Oh no. I'm
Well, I
I'm
mean,
doing
10
my job.
hours. It's not. I mean,
would
it's
never
not
be
that much.
distracted, ever
In a
be
week.
distracted at work. That would be.
So I mean, I think we get this to Tally.
I was
based on
going to
that.
give
All right.
this one to Tally just based on like the low average. I thought Tally would be the type of person.
Answer
Well, I'll
phone.
speak directly to you, Tally.
Thank you.
I thought you would be the type of person that like, you know what? I can go without a phone.
Yeah.
I can go into the wilderness. I can go into the grocery store. I can have relationships in person.
Yeah.
I don't need a phone.
Yeah.
I bet you could be that person.
I could totally be that person.
But
I'm
if
so
we're
happy you
right,
think
you're the
that.
exact opposite of that person.
That's true.
That's a lot of Google mapping, though.
A lot of Google Maps.
I like Google Mapping.
Tally
know.
has 2 wolves inside her.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back to what is probably considered an average amount, right? 7 hours and 6 minutes. But we are at 16 hours and 8 minutes of TikTok.
That's even more.
That's a whole lot of TikTok. We're at 3 hours and 41 minutes of Gems of War. And we are notably at 41 minutes at thecookiedoughdiaries.com.
What is that? The cookiedoughdiaries.com. Chase, tell us
I'm
about
going to
it.
find out right now.
I mean, I feel like it's relatively
Yes.
self-explanatory.
All right, so is this when you
Cookie
try cookie doughs and you
dough.
like write what you think of them? And how do I find my screen time?
I just saw that
Settings.
you're not ad free on
Scroll
TikTok.
down a little bit.
Surprising.
Simple and delicious desserts. Welcome to the world of all things sweet. All the recipes here are dairy-free. Ding, 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 dairy-free. And also have been tested with dairy ingredients, so there's something for everyone. So somebody who likes dairy-free sweets and likes to make them. Spending a lot of time there. Or maybe it was just one day and you really tried real hard on one recipe. Because it was 41 minutes.
I'm looking at my screen time at the same time. 5.5 hours on average. My most used app is Spotify, 8.5 hours. And then Messages is my next one. Then Safari. Then Google Keep. Like just taking notes. I am so boring. Like my phone is nothing to me except for a jukebox and an instant messenger and a notepad. And then it's after Google Keep, it's Instagram for 2 hours, then it's 2.5 hours, then it's Reddit for 2 hours, then it's Gmail for 2 hours, then it's Docs for an hour, then it's remote, my television remote. See, this is what an old person is.
Oh, your remote on your phone?
Yes. And then Google Maps.
What was your average?
5.5 hours.
Yeah, mine's 5:14, so we're right in line. But I actually, because I was weaning myself off of TikTok, my Instagram went up to 7 hours. But because I brought TikTok back in last week, it creeped up to 3.5 hours. YouTube,
TikTok's not
over
even
2
on
hours.
mine.
Really?
Yeah, I went away from TikTok when you said you weren't using it, and I was like, well, I'll do that too, because that's how I do things.
Yeah, I go back, 2 weeks ago, and wow, same average basically, under 6 hours, like 5:51. And that week, my most used was YouTube at 8.5 hours, and then Instagram and no TikTok because I was off. You always find a way to fill that time, don't you?
Yep. So we got to give this one to somebody. The cookie dough. Who do you think that is?
I don't know who. First of all, it doesn't necessarily mean dairy free, but it is dairy free. That is one of the notable things. So
That's not Hitch. It must be Tally.
How do you know?
Tally dairy
Hitch
free.
is very dairy.
Pro dairy.
Yeah.
You love dairy
How do you know that?
because you're sipping on milk.
When? When have you seen me do that?
All right. Hitch is dairy free. I'm sorry I didn't know.
I don't know. I don't
This has
remember
been tough.
seeing you avoid dairy.
All right, so let's find out if we're right. Tally, we're saying that you have a phone problem and a TikTok problem. Is this you?
No, this is not me.
Okay.
Can you
Do you wanna
please find
switch?
yours?
Gems
Okay.
of War.
I do
Cookie
have a
Dough
TikTok
Diaries.
problem.
Oh,
I
so you do have a TikTok
you
problem.
still
Yes,
have-
100%.
But what is the Cookie Dough Diary to you?
Well, it's exactly what we're talking about. It's-
Dairy free cookies.
Yeah.
Because you're dairy free.
No.
Right.
My boyfriend is. And
Oh,
yeah, but yeah, I was making cookies this past week.
Okay.
Gems
Yeah.
of War. What is the strategy there?
Oh my god, Gems of War is the best game ever, actually.
Not a sponsor. You got to say that.
Not a sponsor.
Okay, all right.
But it's like a match 3 game, but there's like an added element to like getting like monsters and like fun characters and stuff like that then fight each other while you're doing the match 3 to like make them more stronger, and then they fight each other. And
So
then,
like it's
You
like
lost me.
advanced Candy Crush.
Match
yeah.
3.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And you can be in a guild, and like you get like to like put money into the guild and stuff, and then they give
Sounds
you
pretty
rewards.
time consuming.
Yeah, I 3 hours and 41 minutes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So
But
If it
in a
was
week,
match
that's
2,
not
I
too
might
bad.
I might
5
could
days.
do it.
That's not too bad.
I'll get my numbers up.
Okay.
So who has the total, the highest total? Hitch, is this you?
It is.
Yeah, Hitch.
Sipping on milk, playing the game.
Right.
You're not dairy free.
No.
See?
But when have you seen me drink milk or like
Yeah, good question. I don't know.
even
Well-
eat dairy?
In my dreams, Hitch.
Okay,
Wow. Okay.
fair enough. I watch a lot of TikTok at night. That's what that is.
Yeah. Right.
Milk talk, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
water talk.
I know this.
I hate milk.
I know we're right about this with you.
Well,
Lowest number, the weird app, Nanit, Nanny, IT, or whatever. That's you.
NYT Games.
Yep, that's you. You do crossword puzzles.
I do a hell of a lot of crossword puzzles. and I watch this. Yeah, Nanit is the baby monitor app.
Yeah.
Sleeping. Yeah.
You
Were you-
watch your
right.
baby sleeping?
Well, I keep the app open while she's taking naps and stuff, so it's like
Oh.
live in the background, you know.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, you're too busy to use your phone.
I'm on, a lot of like all the stuff that you don't see on here is on my like on my computer. Like
Yeah.
I do like desktop TikTok.
Desktop to stock.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just
That's the thing, huh?
it's not great, but
It's not. The swiping is harder.
yeah.
And the Facebook. We had you nailed.
I don't do Facebook.
Oh. No, that's so. Then Chase, why are you doing Facebook?
I started doing Facebook when we were on tour. I thought it was really interesting to check the marketplace for like each stop that we were at to see like what people were like. Oh, this is what I'm getting rid of. This is what's in my house.
You tried to buy crap from people.
I was
on
looking.
tour?
I was looking for a Nintendo Switch dock for us
Oh
to
yeah.
put in the
on the
bus for the entire time, and then finally we found out that Dylan had a Switch dock, so we tried to use
Dylan.
it.
Yeah.
But then we couldn't figure out how to like plug it in because
Yeah.
all the ports were
We had a lot of
sealed
trouble.
and
A lot of tech
didn't
issues.
Yeah.
And we put Dylan on the other bus.
But then I just like found myself like on Facebook Marketplace often, being like, "Oh, do they have a Volkswagen bus for sale? Do they have a whatever?" I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
So-
my 2
And then
hours
it
of
carried
Facebook
over
too,
into being back here now. I
The
still
marketplace aspect of it.
I'm still I do that. I do like the buy nothing stuff.
But Instagram over TikTok, but pretty even.
Instagram, yeah, my sister pulls me in because she sends me a lot of reels. She's still on maternity leave, so she'll send when her baby's asleep. It's
See.
checking the app and then like sending me a reel and checking the app and then sending me a reel.
Well, happy end of Good Mythical Summer, guys. Remember, go over to the Red Link channel, watch Wonderhole.
Wonderhole!
Share it with your friends. In honor of our 40 years of friendship, we got a sweatshirt and a pin set to commemorate the milestone. Mythical.com.